place.
He has urged the fisherfolk to get themselves and their vessels registered with the Ministry's Fisheries Division. And finally, in today's newscast, 2 judges and a registrar have been appointed to serve in the Supreme Court. They were sworn in by Governor General of Jamaica, Sir Patrick Allen, on Tuesday. The appointments take effect today. Glenworth Brown and Sarah Thompson James were sworn in as puisne judges, while Nicole Adrian Simmons was appointed master in chambers at the Supreme Court. Justice Norma McIntosh is to act as a judge for the Court of Appeal, while Evan Jeffrey Brown is to act as a puisne judge. Sir Patrick Allen and other senior legal officials reminded the new judges that they have an even greater responsibility to Jamaica's judicial system.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been selected and promoted because of your performance, the qualities which you bring to the judiciary, and your exemplary conduct and wise judgment that you give. This confidence which has been entrusted in you, of course, comes with enormous responsibilities, not only to yourselves, but to the nation as a whole.
I urge them to maintain high standards, and I'm confident that it should not be long before the day of confirmation arrives.
Your appointment is indicative of the tremendous confidence that has been placed in you to carry out your duties with competence and fairness.
Those were the stories making the news today. For more information, please visit our website at www.jis.gov.jm. Stay with us. Jamaica Magazine continues. Thanks for staying with us. We now join our host on this week's Issues and Answers, Ian Boyne, and his guest, Val Riviera, the CEO of the Jamaica Business Development Corporation.
Everybody, welcome to Issues and Answers, the Kingston Urban Renewal Project. I hear a lot of things have been happening. Before I hear from you, let us hear from the people.
It's one of the best things that ever happened to this community, because we're losing our boys, especially our boys, through violence. And since the CURB project comes in, I got on board. I'm only a member of the community, and all the kids now is off the corner, going to institutions. They are learning trades, and we have less violence.
It has been really good in the community. They accept it because it benefits them in different areas.
It is a such successful program and positive program where give the people them a more comfortable lifestyle, you know.
It has teach us how to be leaders and to keep our community clean, and it helps to motivate us to be better persons in our community and how to interact with other persons from other communities.
It's a very good program, and it has led a lot of people in the inner city. People like me as well, because I was a part of the youth program where they sent us an internship for 3 months. And I benefited a lot, and it gave me a lot of experience and exposure.
It helped me a lot to be a better person, because in the inner city, you know, it's rough and tough. And the program is really good, because even through the program, I have been selected to go to Art Foundation, and I learned a trade. And I have graduated last year, November the 25th. So I'm waiting to start level 2.
What a ringing endorsement of this project.
It has been a journey.
Whoa.
But a journey with a team. And I think this was the critical part. The community And I said the community, because we started out with 2 communities, Tel Aviv and Southside. We now say we have a community.
Which were traditionally warring communities.
Right. Now we have a community of people.
The people have been brought together?
Yes.
I mean, that alone would be a significant accomplishment and
personally,
would make the project worthwhile.
Personally, I can identify who is from where. I think
people are mixing from
the stamps
from
and the
Tel Aviv and
foreigns have vanished. And of course, there might still be some issues, but there is nothing that we can see. And people, some of my interns are sharing rooms in training, in residence. And really, we realize that we are all Jamaicans.
Tell us about the main components of this project.
Well, one of the significant ones, of course, would be the sanitation component that saw bathrooms being built on both sides and some being refurbished. And that was very important. It gave people a sense of dignity, you know, and I learned what parachute meant. Recognize that sometimes when we live above crossroads, we don't understand the kind of life, the challenges that our fellow Jamaicans experience. So that was very, very important. Secondly, the matter of putting street signs.
A simple thing like that?
A simple thing like street signs
significant.
Says we live somewhere. And because we live somewhere, we are somebody. As the late Rex Tettleborough, that's them is Smaddy. They live somewhere. They have an address.
An address.
They have an address. And then we have the youth program, where we identified some young people, some qualified, who were sitting waiting for some opportunity to come. And we managed to place 63 of those.
You place them in jobs?
Place them in internships. Some are now being asked to stay on. And by the way, the constabulary force...
So you work with the private sector?
We work closely with the private sector. Remember, these people are also private sector because they don't work with government. So it's linking private sector with private sector. I keep telling people this, you know. But the constabulary, 32 of our interns went to constabulary, which again to me is significant. This is police we are talking about. Eh?
Yes.
And supposedly warring community, which I think is just absolute. And when you get into the relationships, you realize that even the vision of what the police stands for, these people are experiencing a difference. When you hear they talk about them police supervisor,
that's true.
They bring a different message back to the community.
Helping with the
rebranding
of the image of the police.
We have some in residence in the Runaway Bay Hart Hotel. These are who had a little touch with processing food and, you know, cooking food. Now they are preparing to be, call them junior chefs.
So you work with Heart?
Yes, we work with all institutions.
All institutions.
Especially those who traditionally try to work with the community. Because we had some funding. It could facilitate some skills training with them. And I just feel that just the empowerment of the community, when they recognize that it is their program. We are facilitators. We're not coming to do a lot of money. We're not coming as a big shot with all the ideas. And I think this is what was different. This is how JBDC works anyway. We work with our team members, which is the community. The bank, the IDB, they were very generous.
American Development Bank.
Yes, and they recognized
as a partner.
As strong partner. And most important, they recognized that we were on a special process. So they were very accommodating with our aggression because we had to complete this program in 11 months.
11 months?
11 months, which would have been a 5-year program. So
and when did this program start?
It's supposed to be 18 months, but money started being disbursed from the bank in January last year. So effectively the program is 11 months because it closes off in the first week in March. So it was
March or May?
March.
Okay.
So it was, Usain Bolt couldn't run faster than us to get this done. You know, we'll bring him on board and teach him some of our strategies. But we really, my staff and the community worked day and night, literally, to get things done. And we saw people of all ages, young, old, the men. The men came on board. I mean, it was remarkable how they stood behind us in all we're doing. We did also utilize as far as possible the skills within the community, because there are a lot of skills in the community. And what we also found is that when you are implementing a project, you need to go to basics. When you say somebody don't qualify for a contract because they don't have a TRN.
True.
Why not check why they don't have a TRN?
Let's explore that when
Yes.
we come back. The CEO of the Jamaica